Am I audible to all of you? Am I audible to all of you? Can raise your hand. Am I audible to all of you? Can raise your hand. Or if someone is seeing me through the Zoom, then they can raise your hand. Or if someone is watching me on the YouTube, kindly type you can hear me. Or yeah, type yes. Okay, so today NLAT 2020 just yes. Okay, great. So today just NLAT 2020 has been conducted. There is a lot of uh, problem that the students have faced in this particular NLAT 2020. But before that, how was your exam? How was your exam? Basically, I'm asking to all of you before getting into the all detailed discussion. How was your exam? How many questions that you have done right? Type in the comment box, or you can also send us the message at I'm typing it out in this mobile number. You can send us the message on WhatsApp. Okay, you can send us message on WhatsApp. Also, moderate tough and very tough. Okay, kind of confusing. Yes. So uh, basically, questions were of mixed, because there are some questions that was easy, there is some that was really tough, okay, and some was of moderate level. All those things were mixed, but the questions were of good quality that um, we can expect from NLAT Bangalore questions. But only one thing that is very important that we have to discuss: the technical glitches. The students have faced a lot of technical glitches, especially regarding the audio problem. तो ऑडियो प्रॉब्लम के रिगार्डिंग आई होप यू विल एग्री विथ मी ऑन दिस फैक्ट कि ऑडियो प्रॉब्लम में बहुत स्टूडेंट प्रॉब्लम फेस किए थे माइक के रिगार्डिंग. All the time the system is saying that your mic is not connected or mic is muted or mic जो भी है regarding the mic, the students have faced a lot of problem. Okay. Sorry. So we are the now the lot of students basically raising the question that is it fair or is it totally this there are a lot of cheating has happened or not, क्योंकि बहुत सारे instances में ये देखे गए हैं the students basically they are getting the support from external support basically that they have faced. So the students have faced the issue, but a lot of students they have given it in totally fair way, whatever possible. They haven't cheated. I have responses from those students also. Okay, so that's very good. But the technical glitch is always there, and also the in previous years whenever the CLAT has conducted, basically the CLAT when the exam was online, the technical glitches was always there. So it's not new, it's not due. Okay. Now we are going to get into everyone. Okay, whatever the questions you have, you can ask. We are going into each and everyone's question, okay, in the later part of the video, but we are going to talk about the question in general. Okay, we are going to talk about what is the cutoff, and also you can write your cutoff, how many questions that you have, also um, how many questions you have done correct. You can type in the comment box, so we can discuss what would be the probable cutoff. ठीक है, हम लोग उससे डिस्कस कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, तो you can write your own correct answers के these are the correct answers from your end, so that we can basically gauge the cutoff at the end of the session. Okay, so please cooperate. Your cooperation is very much needed. Now let's talk about the question one by one. The first is Devinder Singh wala question. Devinder Singh wala question was um, that one question that has been answered everyone very thoroughly, and maximum student who have contacted us, who have shared their views, basically they have given um, their responses that they have corrected 8 to 9 questions, or moreover 70% from that Devinder Singh wala question. So that was um, very easy question that we can get, the Devinder Singh wala. Though the question was asked from general reservation question. Okay, so the students, as they know, the reservation is a very important chapter. तो reservation से वो लोग expect कर रहे थे question, बहुत सारे important cases थे reservation से, तो they have got the answers correct maximum from the Devinder. The Devinder question was relatively easy. What do you say about the Devinder question? You can definitely let us know in your comment box. Now, Ayodhya was always an important judgment. Okay, Ayodhya judgment, lot of you already expected, and lot of you all have already done the Ayodhya judgment. So उसके regarding मुझे कुछ बोलना नहीं है. It was very important judgment, controversial one. Lot of students might have avoided it because of its lengthiness. Okay, but the questions have been asked and the detailed question has been asked from the Ayodhya judgment. ये बहुत प्रॉब्लम किया है स्टूडेंट को, क्योंकि वो डिटेल जजमेंट था, 1000 पेज के अराउंड जजमेंट था. तो स्टूडेंट्स might have avoided it, might have gone through the summary, might have gone through the brief of those judgment. Yes, and that's why the Ayodhya judgment asked in very detail. The people who have gone through the Ayodhya judgment in detail, they can only answer those questions, whatever the students have responded. Now the last question, let's talk about that. The last question was the jurisprudence question. This jurisprudence question actually is very frustrating for a lot of the students, because jurisprudence के question में student faced lot of problems. Students have to read lot of passages. उसको बहुत lengthy passage था, तो they have to read a lot. They have to go through twice or thrice. और स्टूडेंट के पास टाइम भी नहीं थे, क्योंकि स्टूडेंट्स के पास 40 मिनट दिए गए थे, एंड देयर आर लॉट ऑफ टेक्निकल ग्लिचेस. किसको शायद 10 मिनट 5 मिनट के बाद एग्जाम स्टार्ट हो रहे थे, तो शायद स्टूडेंट के पास उतना टाइम ही नहीं था वो 3-4 बार गो थ्रू करने का एक पैसेज के लिए, एंड दैट टुक लॉट ऑफ टाइम रिगार्डिंग द jurisprudence passage. But whoever have got the time, they have done quite well, but not sure how many of those particular jurisprudence questions were correct and not incorrect. Okay, so that is totally separate thing altogether. Okay, so now talking about the another very important part, as the questions were random. So the students who got the jurisprudence question first, their exams was not that good, क्योंकि उन लोगों को ऐसा फील हुआ कि jurisprudence question was the first question, and as a result they were feeling कि शायद बाकी questions भी ऐसे आएंगे, and as a result they thought कि we have to answer all those all the three questions, and all those three questions will be that tough like the jurisprudence questions. The students who have got the first question as jurisprudence passage, their exam was somehow got ruined. ये मैं बोल सकता हूं, क्योंकि शायद के jurisprudence के क्वेश्चन देखने के बाद स्टूडेंट्स के माइंडसेट चेंज हो गए. स्टूडेंट्स सडनली थॉट कि शायद मेरे को बाद में टाइम नहीं मिलेगा, क्योंकि आप दोबारा रिविजिट भी नहीं कर सकते हो क्वेश्चन को. Now all those things coming into your mind, and as it's simple and it's very general in the sense कि आपको दिमाग में आएगा ही कि पहला क्वेश्चन है बहुत टफ है, बाकी दो क्वेश्चन शायद टफ होगा, आप दोबारा रिविजिट भी नहीं कर सकते हो. तो इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, and lot of the students who have got the first question as jurisprudence question, उन लोगों का क्वेश्चन टफ, उन लोगों के ओवरऑल पेपर थोड़ा डिस्टर्ब हो गया because of the first question as jurisprudence, क्योंकि बाकी they didn't even have the time to attempt that Devinder wala question, which they have got in the third part. ठीक है, क्योंकि jurisprudence में इतना टाइम चला गया. Jurisprudence question took 15 to 20 minutes for reading. It was tough in comparison to the questions and the reading. That is very very important, and उसके चलते टाइम बहुत चला गया. Sorry. So that is the slot 1 2 3 whatever that has happened. Ye the students that have faced. Now how many marks basically attempted by each and every student? ठीक है, तो आप लोग भी comment करो regarding that, that how many questions that you have attempted, how many were correct. You can definitely, you don't need to tell your score, you can tell the probable marks, or you can tell the probable questions that are correct, that you think that are correct. You don't need to, if you are thinking that you don't want to write in the comment box your exact answer, absolutely fine. Don't need to write your whatever the questions that you have got corrected, but you can give the probable so that we can assume basically what would be the cutoff at the end of the session. Okay, that's very important. Now कितने marks attempt generally students किए थे? ठीक है. Now regarding the Devinder question, say students they were saying as it was easy, as it was from the reservation question. So students have attempted around 7 to 8 questions, और वो लोग correct भी किए हैं. ठीक है, तो students who have attempted the Devinder and they know the basically the reservation part is important, तो वो लोग 70 to 78 already, sorry, 7 to 8 questions already they have done it correct. 7 to 8, even more than that. Now regarding the Ayodhya judgment, it was bit 50-50 in the sense because it was too detailed that the questions were asked. So that's why the sorry, that's why the questions basically the students what they are saying like 60 to 6 to 7 questions they have basically corrected from the Ayodhya judgment. Okay. So 6 to 7 questions from Ayodhya and 7 to 8 questions from Devinder. It is around 14 to 15 questions they have got corrected from all the portions. Now regarding the jurisprudence, students were not sure okay, how many marks they were getting. Now also the question paper is out. You can see your question paper. We have got also the question paper regarding that. From the NLAT Bangalore, the question paper is out, so you can definitely check how many questions you are getting it right from the jurisprudence section, because jurisprudence section will be the determining factor. Jurisprudence section में जो जितना अच्छा score करेंगे वो लोगों को they are going to get into NLAT Bangalore. On the students who are not getting it correct from the jurisprudence sections, वो लोग नहीं जा पाएंगे क्योंकि jurisprudence will be the determining factor. ठीक है, तो आप लोग कमेंट कर सकते हो regarding your marks and everything. Now regarding another very important thing, will this NLAT be postponed? Sorry, will that NLAT exam be cancelled? ठीक है, now NLAT exam will be cancelled or not, because the Supreme Court is going to just share the judgment on 16th, and the result would be basically under the control of the Supreme Court, whatever Supreme Court is going to say. Sorry. Now whatever is basically happening in the recent weeks and how the Supreme Court is trending, giving us the hint regarding how they are supporting the joint entrance exam, how they are supporting the NEET exam, the conduct of the NEET exam or the conduct of the JEE exam, how they're hinting at, it's basically they're supporting the institutions, even the government supporting the institutions, even the Supreme Court is supporting the institutions for various reasons, might be, we don't even know, but what they are saying is basically they are supporting the institutions to conduct the exam so that their might be academic year or their financial issues, all those things will be taken care of. Otherwise it would be very problematic. Okay, so in that case, whether the CLAT will be the NLAT will be dismissed or not, regarding that, the Supreme Court, the way the Supreme Court is behaving, like in the joint entrance examination or in the basically NEET exam or other exams, they are not hinting in that way. The possible thing that can be done regarding the NLAT 2020, because there are a lot of technical glitches happened. The students have faced a lot of technical glitches, that for sure. Okay, now for that, one thing that I can remember in the recent past, in 2018, the same thing happened. The students have faced a lot of technical glitches, and in 2018 CLAT, and after that particular 2018 CLAT, the CLAT will go offline because of that particular reason, क्योंकि technical glitches बहुत हुआ था. Now 2018 में भी सुप्रीम कोर्ट में पिटीशन फाइल हुआ था, एंड सुप्रीम कोर्ट में ये बोला गया था टेक्निकल ग्लिचेस बहुत हुआ है, क्लैट को डिसमिस कर दिया जाए एंड एवरीथिंग, बट अल्टीमेटली क्लैट को डिसमिस नहीं किया गया था, और क्लैट को बेसिकली द स्टूडेंट्स हु हैव फेस्ड द टेक्निकल ग्लिचेस, द ग्रेस मार्क्स हैव बीन प्रोवाइडेड टू देम. ठीक है, उन लोगों को ग्रेस मार्क्स दिया गया था डिपेंडिंग ऑन द हाउ मेनी क्वेश्चंस वो जिसमें कहां पर टेक्निकल ग्लिचेस फेस किए थे, एंड इवन देयर आर इंस्टेंसेस लाइक द नेगेटिव, जो अगर रॉन्ग क्वेश्चंस हो रिगार्डिंग दैट आल्सो. ठीक है, सो इट्स ए सुप्रीम कोर्ट might cancel it. That's a totally on Supreme Court. Supreme Court might not cancel it. Okay, that is another issue, because the situation of the different institutions have to be taken care of, and Supreme Court will definitely look into all the institutions, even the NLAT NLAT case also. Now regarding the unfair means, the cheating was bound to happen when the home proctored. देखो home proctored वो बोलने के लिए था, home proctored was not possible in Indian circumstances right now. It was not possible. The structure, the system that is required to conduct one home proctored exam is quite higher. Okay, and not every student can afford those systems. Not, I'm not talking about the laptop, or I'm not talking about the other requirement, but there are a lot of things like 1 Mbps speed, like the webcam, like the camera, and all those things, due to which the students are facing the technical glitch. It's because of the system, because home proctored is basically requiring lot of upgraded system. Without the upgraded system, you cannot conduct the home proctored exam in proper fair manner. उसके साथ टेक्निकल ग्लिचेस तो ऑलवेज देयर इज अ प्रॉब्लम होम प्रॉक्टर्ड में, क्योंकि किसी का प्रॉब्लम हो ही सकता है. होम प्रॉक्टर्ड में ये हमेशा होता है. इन द अदर कंट्रीज जहां पर होम प्रॉक्टर्ड एग्जाम मींस अडॉप्ट किया गया था ड्यू टू द कोविड-19, there are a lot of videos you will find that they have also got they have seen a lot of cheating in the exam too. Okay, तो वो it's a simple general thing कि students cheating करेंगे तो students को रोकना बहुत मुश्किल है. ठीक है, now whether the NLAT will be cancelled or not, that is another very important really important aspect, and the Supreme Court definitely look into this factor. But whereas in the NLAT PG exam, ये भी एक बात है, the questions they were asked, basically the questions they asked in the NLAT PG exam, not lot of questions can be cheated also, like the jurisprudence question. आप कैसे cheat करोगे उस question को? ठीक है, it's very difficult to cheat on those exams because you have to read the answers is there in the passage. Okay, so all those things will be there. The Supreme Court will be definitely look into this matter. Now could you please write it out, what are the how many marks that you are getting in your comment box, please, so that we can get into that particular cutoff wala thing. It's very important. So someone is saying here, someone is saying 20 to 20 questions. देखो 20 to 20 questions if you are correct, then you are getting probably 43 to 44. And I hope, I don't know, you have attempted the NLAT open mock that we have conducted. Two open mocks we have conducted regarding the NLAT. Okay, so in that NLAT open mock, basically students were scoring around, the students who were the toppers, basically they were scoring around the 43-44 marks. तो आप expect करोगे if you are 20 to 23 you are getting, so you are scoring around 45-46, so that's a very good marks, and you can definitely assume that you will be getting into the NLS of Bangalore. Okay, now the other questions, let's see. um, Jurisprudence is so tricky. Now jurisprudence was tricky, the questions was, I told you the maximum problem the students faced in the jurisprudence section only, because jurisprudence section was so difficult to understand that they can't even, the students can't even answer that. Okay, and they had to read the passages so many times, they were bothering, their time is going. So all those things were there in the students mind, how to do it, how to tackle all those things. Okay, is this exam fair? Saswata is saying, देखो exam तो fair unfair की बात करोगे, the students who have cheated, they have cheated, you can't control that, because a home proctored exam, no one knows how unfair means or what unfair means the students have resorted to. अब आप अगर किसी को पास में बैठा के एग्जाम दे रहे हो, तो इसमें तो ना एनएलएसयू बैंगलोर वाले देख पा रहे हैं या कोई और देख पा रहे हैं, ठीक है, तो दैट्स फॉर श्योर दिस एग्जाम इज नॉट फेयर एंड एवरीवन नोज दैट, एंड सुप्रीम कोर्ट विल डेफिनेटली लुक इनटू दिस मैटर टू, कि देखो ये अनफेयर एग्जाम है, इट्स नॉट फेयर फॉर ऑल. ओके, and Supreme Court has to find out the solution. Okay. Technical glitches occurred. They have submitted my exam before the time it was. Okay, I have not attempted 10 questions around. Yeah, definitely. Anurag was saying, and some of the students also saying that there's a worst management, because the technical glitches hasn't happened to everyone, but in many instances technical glitches happened. And as Anurag was saying, there are a lot of instances the students paper were submitted earlier than the time. Okay, so क्या हो रहा है कि अगर पहले सबमिट हो रहा है तो आप अटेम्प्ट नहीं कर पाओगे, और ऐसे जहां पर पैसेज आपको पढ़ना पड़ रहा है, यू हैव टू रीड द पैसेज थ्राइस और 4 टाइम्स और 5 टाइम्स टू गेट योर आंसर्स, तब प्रॉब्लम होता है. ठीक है, तब तब देयर इज अ प्रॉब्लम. बट इन द देविंदर वाला केस में जैसे आपको पैसेज देखोगे, देयर आर सम क्वेश्चंस, देयर इज static questions, so you don't need to read the passage, you can do it without reading the questions. And there are a lot of students, they have said कि सर देविंदर वाला क्वेश्चन 2-3 मिनट 4 मिनट में हो गया है, because we don't need to read the passage, we know the answer without reading the passage itself. But jurisprudence wala question, whereas in comparison it's taking like 15-20 minutes, because we have to read the judgments again and again. Okay. Sorry. Sima CLAT will be online, but it would be center based, so that won't be a problem. But as the CLAT has happened center based beforehand, so technical glitches, you may expect technical glitches in the CLAT too. If the technical glitches might not be high in number like the NLSO Bangalore or NLAT exam, but technical glitches definitely be there इन क्लैड 2. ये आप लिख के ले लो, क्योंकि क्लैड बिना टेक्निकल ग्लिचेस से कभी एग्जाम कंडक्ट नहीं करवा पाया है. ठीक है, और इवन द एनटीए नेट इज नॉट कंडक्टिंग द एग्जाम, तो क्लैड इज टेकिंग द रिस्पांसिबिलिटी ऑफ कंडक्टिंग द एग्जाम. तो डेफिनेटली ये टेक्निकल ग्लिचेस तो होगा, बट नॉट in higher instances where the NLAT has seen. Okay. 3 prominent judgments. Aviral is saying they said they'll give 3 prominent judgments, but they give us only 2. Yeah, that's true. And that's bad. Aviral, there is one very good line that I can say. Whatever CLAT is saying in the CLAT or NLAT people, they are saying in the exam portal or their dashboard or their website, you have to just make it or give it a liberal interpretation, not the literal interpretation. I'm telling it again, आपको liberally interpret करना पड़ेगा. They can ask you anything. They can ask you anything. आप अगर लिटरली मान लोगे, जैसे वो लोग बोले थे सुप्रीम कोर्ट प्रोमिनेंट जजमेंट्स पूछे जाएंगे तो प्रोमिनेंट जजमेंट्स ही आएंगे. इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल. It's a liberal interpretation. They can ask you anything, and they have asked you anything. They have asked you the subjective passages. They have asked you the really recent judgment, like the maybe the Devinder wala, or even they have asked you that particular that judgment, Ayodhya wala, controversial one. Okay, so all those judgments they have asked. Okay. Mrinalini, when will you get the question paper? Question paper is already out, Mrinalini. You can go and check it. Sir, you're prominent, but one comprehension flip the game. Yeah, definitely, Mukula. One comprehension, the jurisprudence wala comprehension actually created a lot of trouble for students. And basically, the students who have attempted the question and they got the first question as the jurisprudence question, उन लोगों के लिए तो game खत्म हो गया था वहीं पर ही. ठीक है. So that's a totally different thing for them. Now get me to another question, but before that I need to tell you one very important announcement, that we are conducting another CLAT open mock and it's free for all. It's registration, there is no registration fees. आप अगर NLAT open mock दिए हो या थर्ड open mock दिए हो, उसमें जैसे सेम प्रोसेस से आप एग्जाम दिए थे ऐसे आप एग्जाम दे सकते हो. इट्स देयर इज नो रजिस्ट्रेशन फीस. आप क्लैट ओपन मॉक, फोर्थ क्लैट ओपन मॉक हम लोग कंडक्ट करवा रहे हैं सबके लिए. everyone can participate, every PG aspirants can participate. आप जाओ वहां पर पार्टिसिपेट करो. it's one last mock before your final NLAT वाला final IELTS का एग्जाम और क्लैट का एग्जाम. सो इट विल बी वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर यू. ठीक है. अगर आपको नहीं पता है तो यहाँ पर मैसेज करो. हम लोग बता देंगे. देन now let's talk about that. So we could not recall what questions were asked. Sorry. Yes, Priya is saying the Ayodhya can't be cheated. Yeah, there are a lot of questions that cannot be cheated basically. Okay, वो questions इस type से थे कि वहां पर cheat नहीं कर सकते हो आप. ठीक है, cheating भी क्या कर लोगे. हाँ, technical glitches. Mayank is basically asking regarding the technical glitches. Definitely, you can write your mail. That is true. You can write your mail to the in NLU Bangalore that you have got a lot of technical glitches during this exam. So for that, they might listen to you people, anything, whatever. They are quite they were quite lenient in their processes. Okay, first they were strict, उसके बाद बहुत सारा चीज वो लोग सुने हैं, so they might hear the technical glitches part 2. Let's see what will happen. You will do your part. What is the cutoff according to you? Now, whatever the cutoff and the students were sending regarding the cutoff, it would be around आप मान के चलो 40 to 41 would be the cutoff, because the question paper were not that tough really, because jurisprudence was tough in relation to the reading passages, but the people who have read the passages, so definitely they can answer more. तो 40 to 41 आप expect कर सकते हो whatever we are getting, but आपको अगर एक बार हम लोग को मैसेज करके बोलना पड़ेगा कि regarding the marks whatever you are getting, आप मैसेज कर सकते हो. The WhatsApp number is this. आपको अगर यहाँ पर लिखना आप लग रहे हो कि ये you don't want to write here in the comment box, you can also WhatsApp us. We are not going to disclose your name or anything, so you can definitely tell us what would be your correct answer and everything. ठीक है. So the regarding the highest marks, it would be around 47, 48, even more than that. No one knows, because the students, they have read the either judgment or Devinder, they can get 20 out of 20. Okay, उसमें 40 से 40 मिल जाएगा. Or the regarding the other part, the jurisprudence part, if that particular student who have read the jurisprudence questions thoroughly, they can also answer the jurisprudence questions too. So definitely the students can answer really good marks. Okay. So we have talked about a lot of instances. We have talked about a lot of your queries, whatever you faced. Okay. So that okay. So regarding the NLAT PG students, this is it from my side. Okay, this is it from my side. We're going to meet tomorrow regarding whatever the update we are getting, whatever the students are sharing, whatever the students are sharing regarding um, their marks, we will be sharing with you. Okay, so good night to all of you. Thank you. Have a good sleep today. 45 to 50. Rohan Vijay is saying 40 is way too low. At least 40 to 45 to 50 cutoff. Rohan, I don't know, you are talking about the PG or UG. I'm talking about the PG. Okay, so हाँ definitely 45 भी जा सकता है, ऐसा नहीं कि नहीं जा सकता है. But okay, there are some students from UG too, so that's why they are getting confused. So UG में UG में 60 के ऊपर जा सकता है. Yeah. So that's why that's the confusion. But let's not confuse. We are going to end here today's session. We are going to meet tomorrow with any other update regarding the NLAT PG. Thank you. Thank you. See you soon. Thank you. Good night to you.